straight and out in front. Faoithesdream from Next Sensation, and they've got plenty of daylight on the others. So On Target and Anqueta clearing third and fourth. In the View is a little detached now at the rear of the field. In about fifth place is Robin's Command on the outside of Hollow Blue Sky, and then Oiseau de Nuit as they clear the water jump. Going on the far side of the course in the back straight. Coringa Dancer is still towards the back at the moment. Une Majeure Homme into about 8th place, just to the inside of Astracad, and Festive Affair is out wider. Faoithesdream leads them over the next. A blunder from Last Shot there as they continue on towards another plain fence, and Faoithesdream from Next Sensation. Anqueta will take this in third place. Then Robin's Command, the grey to the outside, red cap. Monetaire has made up good ground, done very well just in behind the leaders now. Try and spot him when he comes into a shot. The beige sleeves into 5th or 6th place, just towards the outside of the nose banded So On Target as they go towards the open ditch. This is 4 out. Faoithesdream, Next Sensation got in tight. A blunder there from Monetaire as he was making good progress. Faoithesdream now from Anqueta. Then Robin's Command in third place. So On Target, last year's runner-up on the inside. Monetaire getting back into it again. Extraordinary run so far. Then Bold Henry in a white cap just behind these as they start down the hill. The white-faced Une Majeure Homme has a chance. Then Hollow Blue Sky. Out wide, green jacket Astracad getting into contention with Coringa Dancer. A wide open race as they run down to the third last fence. Faoithesdream on the right, Anqueta wider out, then Monetaire over in third, and down is Anqueta there. Robin's Command has nearly gone. Coringa Dancer is out of the race as well as they head towards the home turn. Faoithesdream, Bold Henry just in behind him on the inside. Monetaire still there despite blunders. Then So On Target, Hollow Blue Sky chasing them up. Une Majeure Homme in the pink jacket, and then Astracad and Robin's Command as they run round the final turn with 2 fences left to jump in this Paddy Power handicap chase. And Monetaire on the outside of So On Target. Monetaire came to take over from So On Target. These two go on together with 1 fence to jump. Bold Henry's third. Monetaire, So On Target landed in front from Monetaire. Then Bold Henry in the white cap on the outside. They start up the hill. So On Target by a length and a half. Bold Henry is rattling home though down the near side and beginning to get there. And Bold Henry surges up the hill in the hands of Richard Johnson to go on and win. So On Target second for the second year running. What a run from Monetaire. With a clear round, he must have won. He finishes third, followed home by Faoithesdream, Une Majeure Homme, then Astracad, Hollow Blue Sky, Oiseau de Nuit, Shangani never featuring Last Shot, and a Turge, last year's winner, never showed at all. Robin's Command, and towards the back was Next Sensation. Well, an incident-packed race here. Bold Henry delivered with a well-timed run by Richard Johnson. A fair few accidents on the way round. Monetaire made some terrible mistakes and still finished third.
A race merciless in its execution, but a performance full of promise from the lightly raced Bold Henry, fulfilling every dream that Philip Hobbs had for him 2 years ago, coming here to Cheltenham and winning with a polished display in the end, and no doubt about the stars of the early part of the National Hunt season. That redoubtable partnership of Philip Hobbs and Richard Johnson, wishful thinking Minora, and now Bold Henry with Colour Squadron and Balthazar King to come. And the winning rider is with Mick Fitzgerald.
He certainly is, and what a brave horse as well, Dickie.
Yeah, he's done really well. Philip said he's been going really well at home, and he thought it was worth coming for a good prize. He's only running 2 chases before, and he just had his problems, but Philip was right. He's obviously in great order, and he's just maturing. I think he's been a very late developer, and he's had a few problems, but the great thing about the McManus is they give him every bit of time, and he's been worth it today.
But you had to be patient because he made a very bad mistake earlier on.
Yeah, like I say, he's only ran 2 chases, and they were 2 small fields, ran extra, and it's a big difference coming to Cheltenham with 19 runners. They went hell for leather. Had a little bit of luck with a few horses falling at the first couple that I didn't get involved with. And then, like I say, he was even a bit novice at second last, but at the last he was good, and he really stuck his head down then and battled up the hill.
It looks very hard work out there, the ground.
Yeah, it is, and it's tiring. And when you've got competitive races like that and they're going to go hard, you need to stay. And that's the one thing he's done today is he's got up the top of the hill.
And you could have a couple of chances as well later on. Champagne West in the next.
Yeah, he's a lovely horse. He'll love the ground. Probably wants a bit further in time, but it's a nice place to start him off today. Obviously, Colour Squadron's the one to beat, Philip's other horse, but yeah, I mean, he's a Champagne West. In the future, he's good, very high class novice chaser.
Well done.
Thanks very much.
Only a third start over fences for Bold Henry. Good run there. Wins at 14-1.
Drama began to unfold at the very first fence. There was incident, and then the second and the third. Jim Graham, here we go at the first.
Explosive gallop, and that puts pressure on jumping. I think at the first fence, Monetaire, if you're part of that gamble, you can see he gets in really close and tight. And further back, Rio de Sivilla is almost a goner there, and he is a goner at the next, Jim.
Yes, a bit of carnage at the next, and Bold Henry was lucky to stand up there. He was very awkward at the first, as Graham and Fitzy and Richard Johnson all said at different points. The speed they go in these big fields over 2 mile chases just puts pressure on jumping that isn't usually the case. There's Rio de Sivilla, and Going Concern goes first. And one at the back clatters it as well, and Rio de Sivilla was actually hampered and rider unseated.
This is the third, and Bold Henry makes a pretty bad error here.
White cap at the back in the green and gold hoops, just slowing it down, and the pace in real time was frenetic, and it just makes horses go out of the normal rhythm. So look, towards the inside, Richard Johnson on Bold Henry. He's on an inexperienced horse. He wants to ride impatiently. Next sensation, Let's Fly. But you can see towards the back, there he is. And he's in very tight. Richard goes up in the air, recovers his composure. 3 out, 2 departures here.
Yep, on the outside we lose Anketa and Sam Welly Cohen and Karinga Dancer, who'd been travelling well, the top winner, the Noel Feely.